WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando. XL
1067. Wake up Orlando, the sun is on fire. Johnny's house blazing, we taking it higher. Hall of Fame legend Johnny Magic's flow. On XL 1067, running the whole show. Brian bringing jokes like a stand-up ninja. Punchline so sharp they cut when they hit ya. Ray got no filter, she might just explode. What will she say next? Nobody knows. Theories on the socials, the queen of the clicks. Spinning reels like a DJ turning those tricks. Johnny drives a train, we almost off the tracks. Orlando is ours, yeah, we taking it back. XL's the fire, Johnny's house is the spark. We the voice of the city, we light up the dark. On your drive while you hustle, while you break and you grind. It's Orlando's number one, always on top. This is Johnny's house, feel that energy rise. The number one morning show, lighting up the skies. Turn the volume up, put your hands to the beat. Orlando's life pulse right on your street.
Good morning, 6 o'clock. Orlando's number one hit music station is XL 1067. You are listening to Johnny's house. One word to describe today, sunny. That's right. Sunny with the high of 87 right now, 66.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so we have a star that was in Happy Gilmore that just passed away.
Oh, wow. Who?
The alligator. The alligator, we don't know how old exactly he was, but he was between 80 and 100 years
I
old.
was going to say probably 100.
Yeah, so
Wow.
He was big.
his name was Morris, and yeah, so he played the alligator who bit off Chubb Peterson's hand. But yeah, so he was actually in a lot of movies, which is really funny. So if you look at it, he was in Interview with a Vampire, Dr. Dolittle 2, Alligator in 1980. So he's got a part in Hollywood, you know?
Wow. Gatorland's like, yo, we got the replacement over here. Just come over here and check him out.
So he lived at Colorado Gator Farm, and they planned to have him stuffed.
Of course.
And yeah, so unfortunately, he has passed away.
Oh, darn.
I don't know if he's going to be in the new Happy Gilmore that's coming out, or if he had any scenes, but that would have been really cute if he did.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll put a remembrance.
I'm probably, yeah.
At the end of it?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was telling you about the shows that are coming out for like the streaming services and Fox and all of that. Well, ABC has announced its fall schedule and includes just one new show.
Really?
911 Nashville. That's what they came up with.
So they got a new show. They got an old show. They just replaced it, put it somewhere else.
Yes, basically.
Nashville?
911 Nashville, which I feel like would be good. I mean, Nashville is like huge now.
Yeah, I know, but like the Nashville's main drag isn't that big. Like Broadway's not very big.
But on the outskirts of
I guess. I'm just saying, like, what we're going to call it, drunk and disorderly? That's what 911's going to be over and over again. Someone threw a chair.
It got to be hot.
I was just going to say that.
It got to be hot because they only added one.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
That's weird
show,
you chose Nashville.
Yeah,
Okay.
so FX announced that season 4 of The Bear will hit Hulu in its entirety on June 25th. So, but the cool thing is about 911 Nashville, Leanne Rimes is going to be in it, and some like other celebrities will be, making an appearance as well. So
what's the? I never watched the show. So you call 911 and they just follow that storyline?
Yeah, because it's not real. It's not like you're following real 911.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So like that much stuff. I know they've had a lot of tornadoes lately, but like that stuff goes on in Nashville that you need a show about it.
Yeah. So, and the crazy thing is, yesterday I was telling you that Kim Kardashian was in Paris for her trial, which I'll talk more about later. But they also unveiled the trailer for Kim Kardashian's legal drama. It's called All's Fair. It's coming to Hulu in the fall.
I think it's very fitting for her. I saw the trailer.
She's acting?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Because you know how she wants to be, or she's becoming a lawyer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense for her. It's basically summer here in Central Florida, and I found this list of the top search songs for each summer since 2010.
So these are the songs of the summer.
So basically, this is what it's the top searched. So it's Google Trends that shared the top searches for each summer since 2010. They're saying, I'll start, I guess, 2010. Love the Way You Lie, Eminem, Rihanna.
Okay.
So, and then I'll go to 2015, The Hills, The Weeknd.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Right?
They're not summer songs.
Yeah.
No,
they
but
just
it's the
got
top
searched a lot
search.
this summer because they're both pretty depressing.
Exactly.
2020, WAP, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeesh. That's hot girl summer song.
It was searched because people wanted to see the lyrics.
Yes. 2021 Fancy Like with Walker Hayes. I feel like that was a summer song.
I don't know that one. I can't judge it.
Yeah, Applebee's on the late
Oh,
night.
that one. Okay.
Bourbon Street Steak and the Oreo Shake.
2022 Running Up That Hill, Kate Bush. I can 2023.
That's Stranger Things' fault.
I know. Was Jason Aldean's song. And last summer, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us.
Yeah.
It was searched a lot.
2024.
Yeah, can't find that one. That one's in there. For sure. All right, y'all curious. What did y'all do yesterday? Well, we're going to tell you next on Johnny's House. 6:18. It is Wednesday morning. Johnny's house, sunny is what they're saying, and they're not expecting rain for the next couple of next week. They're not showing any rain. Sunny with the high of 87, 66 right now. Yesterday, got a text from the kids say, "Dad, come and get me. I just finished my exam." I'm like, I'm just assuming that the rest of the classes weren't in session. So I go pick them up, and I say, "So what is the rest of the classes? You didn't have any more class today?" He goes, "No, man, it was a tough test. I'm a little burnt right now."
Oh.
I'm sorry. I stopped. I told Brian, stop the car. Excuse me?
What time was this at?
This is at 12, around noon.
So there's 2-3 more hours left?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would have been punished myself to leave him there and then come back and get him.
Well, yeah, because then you got car line.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Because if you can avoid the car line, you won.
We had to talk about life. Son, in life, just because you had a tough day, it doesn't end. You got to push through it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, Dad. I understand. The whole time I'm trying to get mad, he apologized. I said, don't do that. All right, just in life, and you're about to be there in a couple years. You had a big assignment during the day. You just don't stop. The day don't stop. It keeps going. You got to push through it.
He said, blah, 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 blah.
I'm in the car, and I'm going home, aren't I?
He said, get me home, old man. Tired and burnt out. You don't know. You don't know the plight?
The plight of a high schooler. After that, went home, took a little nap, got up. I had to flush out the air conditioner. I know how to do it. See, the last time I had it flushed, the guy told me how to do it. He's got to get this compression device, put it in there, push everything out.
Oh, you drain.
Drain.
Yeah. I'm going to do that before I leave.
Really?
On my cruise, just to be safe.
Before I did, I had to call somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Did it myself, changed the filters, blah, blah, blah. So I just did a little maintenance stuff yesterday. Ray, how about yours?
It was good. I went to the doctor's, and then I ran some errands, and then I was reading a ton of Diddy trial updates and transcripts and all of that. So
yeah.
Spent the majority of the day just catching up on that.
A couple of weeks ago, we I think we measured ourselves on the freak scale.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the P. Diddy freak scale, I'm a 1.
Nobody compares to that.
I'm a 1.
That's off the charts.
I'm a 1.
Yeah, no.
I'm not even, if I can go lower than 1.
That's like trying to compare yourself as a basketball player at the Y to Michael Jordan.
Yes.
That's what that's trying to do.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You can't put it into words.
No, you can't.
That freak.
It's a rabbit hole that once you go down, I have to give it to Cassie. She is, she's telling it all.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
Now, I told Ray the other day, I said, man, these courtroom artists are the worst. She goes, they're not that bad.
They're bad.
Okay, that's
okay. The one of Cassie is horrible.
The only thing they got right is they made her belly giant.
I'll stop saying that.
That's the only thing they got right.
Ray's like, they're not that bad. Some of them are pretty good. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, if there were other witnesses in court or reporters in court, I would not believe that was Diddy and Cassie in court.
Right.
Yeah,
it looks like a Lifetime movie.
It's bad.
It's real bad. It's really, really bad.
Yeah. They're not good. I don't know where they get them from. It's like I don't understand. Like I was thinking about last night. I couldn't sleep. I'm like, well, I wonder where I apply to be a courtroom artist.
Really?
Because they don't have them for every courtroom. Like if the normal little DUI court down the street don't got one. But I mean like a real court.
They had one for the Menendez brother. It wasn't bad.
Anytime there's no cameras and they need something for news, they need it.
It's like, are they doing it on purpose to make it that extra
or
cartoony?
Is it the requirement you got to draw fast?
You got to be
that's
fast.
What I'm saying. You don't have time to.
You got to be fast. That's true.
Yeah.
We need to get a courtroom artist up in here to do us.
Yeah. I said that the other day.
Yeah.
I think maybe they got a real artist who feels like this is what I feel.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody called though, so I can't imagine there's just a handful of courtroom artists chilling, waiting for their call. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where they get them. And maybe Orlando doesn't have any because we don't have any big trials.
Yeah.
Last one we had was like Casey Anthony.
Yeah. And I guess they fly them in. For
that.
we
probably imported that in.
B, how was yours, man?
It was cool. Just did some work around here. And then I decided to go home and do all my yard work because I knew it was going to be hotter later in the week. And I don't want to come home to it when I get back. So I did it all yesterday. I burned 2,000 calories yesterday. Mowing the yard because I have a little tracker. Yeah, 2,000. It was nice. Yeah, I was hot. I stayed in the red for a very long time, but that was good. So I did that, and then I took.
Your neighbors didn't have to check on you?
Nope, not this time. She's out of town. It's a good thing. I didn't need to be checked on because I'd have been. My wife was gone. My son was gone. My little dog would have been licking my face. That's about it.
Get up, buddy. Get up. Get up.
Good thing I didn't faint.
Very good.
So just did that, and then just hung out I took a nap because I was exhausted after burning 2,000 calories.
For sure.
And that's pretty much it.
Nerese?
I took it easy yesterday, so did some work around here. Went home. I'm like pretty much starting to get ready for my family trip. So organizing like all the stuff behind the scenes. Looking at some clothes that I need to pack because this is like all cold.
Oh yeah,
clothes.
It's an Alaskan cruise, right?
Yeah, and I'm just like,
I heard about them. They're pretty cool. It would be weird for me because I'm always used to going out on the deck and hanging out.
Yeah,
but in Alaska,
I don't know if I would like that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do?
You just layer up.
You look.
That way you can take it off, and if it's not cold.
It's
That's
beautiful.
true.
You see the wilderness. And
I was asking my sister, I was like, are there like waterfalls? Like, what are we going to see? And she's like, we're going to see glaciers. I was like,
you see all kinds of things.
Yeah.
If you look at some YouTube videos of them going through, you'll see all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I'm kind of getting ready for that. And then I went to the gym, had a really good workout, and then wrapped it up early.
All right. We come back. I know Ray did it. Brian, did you do it? You worked the
Yes. My entire life almost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think Maurice did. All right. We'll come back. I'll find out if it's something that we've done, if you've done it, or you're doing it right now. Because it's one of those days we're going to celebrate on Johnny's house. Orlando's number one hit music station, 634. We come back. We're going to salute a group of people that we think get no love. We'll tell you who that is next on Johnny's House. .637, it is Johnny's House. Wednesday and hot and sunny. It's going to get warmer as the week progresses. What are you talking about this weekend? Going to be close to 100?
Yeah, it's going to be like 96, but that's without a heat index. So all these dudes get a little higher.
In San Antonio, it was like 111 yesterday. Sunny with the high of 87. It is 66 right now. These group of individuals don't get a lot of love. That's why we wanted to recognize them first thing this morning because they're probably doing what they do. Ray, today is what?
It is Third Shift Workers Day.
Third Shift Workers! We love you.
Yeah. So I looked it up and like third shift is 11. They said between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. is like third shift. So today we celebrate them.
Man, when I started my radio career, I was midnight to 10. No, it was 2 to 10. I would it was 2 to 10 was overnight. No, 10 to 2 was overnight. And then I'd do 2 to 6 and then help out the morning show from 6 to 10.
Yeah.
And I did that for years. And I didn't think I was ever gonna get off of overnights. Ever.
Yeah.
I used to pray in the Lord, get me out of overnights. I gotta get out of here because nobody knows who you are. And Ray, you started doing overnights.
Yeah, so I started doing 12 to 6. And I did that Friday night and Saturday night.
Back when it was live.
So, yeah, it was live.
There was
so
no
I was here.
Record and go home and be like, I'm on the radio.
So I was here, and I remember like my friends were all going out. Like they had all turned 21 and all that stuff. And I was just like, well, you can listen to me on the radio. On the way going out or leaving the club and all that stuff. So.
And they would always call, girl, we had a great time. And you're sitting in this room by yourself.
I know. And then my friends would be like, can we come up there and visit you? And like sometimes I would let them because like I was so tired and I needed something to wake me up.
Yeah.
But I feel like around 5 a.m. I would start like hallucinating or thinking that like people were walking by me because I was so tired and I didn't know how to like nap during the day or like I would still work at Tijuana Flats during the day. So I had two jobs and nothing was making sense.
Man, I remember I went out one night and I got there about 1:30. And I thought I was rocking it on the mic. I was rocking. It's 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I hit that wall. Man. And you're sitting there, hey, this is WRQ.
Yeah.
Brian did overnight?
Yeah. I mean, before I got in radio, I used to do overnights at retail. So I would do unloading trucks and getting everything staged for the next day.
Yeah.
So I did overnights way back then even.
Yeah.
But then in radio, I started overnights. And I started it was 2 to 6.
2 to 6.
So sometimes I could go out, but I have to leave my friends at like 11:30 to come here to get ready to do the show.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to go out, I could. And then they shifted our overnights and they made it midnight to 6.
Midnight
So
to
then
6.
that kind of ruined me going out.
Oh.
And so, and then I would hang out and do the morning show. And then I'd go to my real job during the day. And by like 2 p.m, I was worthless.
It's a whole different, when you work that third shift, you're not connected with the world. You know, you want to go home, relax, and go to sleep, and then you wake up about maybe 3 in the afternoon, and you want to do something. All your friends at work, and then when they want to do something, you can't do it because you got to go. It's a whole different lifestyle.
Or you're trying to sleep, and the neighbor's kid above you is making noise, so you try to fist fight a 4-year-old, which I did once or twice.
Oh my God, I had a roommate when I worked overnights, and I swear it was the worst, just because she would be like partying basically when I was leaving, or if I was coming home, like she would be up like still drinking, and I'm like, oh my.
The 4-year-old was tall for his age. It would have been a good fight. It wasn't like I was picking on a small kid.
Man, you can try to black out curtains, the dark things, the blind. It doesn't work. No. It doesn't work. Did you ever do?
No, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this gently. I came into radio at a really good time.
Oh, you did? Absolutely, you did. Absolutely.
Brian's giving me the look like
you're the most coddled person that we've had here because you're the newest.
But here's the thing, though. The thing with that is, it's good you came at a different time, but there's a lot of things that you haven't learned. You may not, because when you did the midnight to the 6 a.m., it was you. So you made those mistakes overnight. Nobody heard it.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake now, everybody's gonna hear it.
And not even that, the fun part of it. Like you missed out on like kind of the golden age of fun radio.
Yeah.
Like
I do.
Even I didn't catch the beginning of it. I caught the end. I caught the tail end of it.
Yeah.
I remember once I was doing overnights, and the phone rang, and it was my grandmother, and I was like, Grandma, what are you doing? They told me you was on the radio. My grandson on the radio. I put her on.
Let's go.
So, Grandma, what are you doing up? I woke up and I asked your uncle to tell me. He said, Chris on the radio. That's what my family calls me. And I just listened. I put that call on.
I used to do voices. I was my own character.
That is hilarious.
Until one of the bosses told me to stop. I'm like, what do you mean stop? Why are you trying to bite my style, dog?
Man, this is what we do.
I'm trying to throw salt in my game. Look at me now.
Man, but I never thought I was going to get out of overnights. It's a pit.
Yeah.
In radio, it's a pit. But what it does is that there's levels to the game. If you can't do overnight, then you're done. If you can't master overnights, then you start moving up, and then you start moving around. But during that time, you learn everything. I did it for like.
I remember the hotline, or like the light would light up, and that means like it's the program line where it's like it was our old PD, and he was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "This is like my first night. Leave me alone."
Yes.
Like, I'm trying.
PD before you, I know we're running late. I did my little voice thing, and he did the little hotline. He goes, "Hey, Slim Jim's dead." I'm like, "Huh?" That character, Slim Jim, he's never coming back. Like,
that's how it was back then.
Okay.
And then the whole time you're thinking, he's listening.
Yeah.
I gotta be right.
Looks like we heard the last of Slim Jim. He can't call back no more.
He said it's over. All right, third shift workers, if you're working now, if you work that third shift, call us. We want to salute you and say, hey, it is your day. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XL Mobile 41067. Live stream, social media, want to hear from you. And third shift workers, if you all got a pair of tickets to check out the Pride versus KC Current, it's going to be Friday, 8 p.m. You can go a little bit and then you have to go to work. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Third shift workers, we want to talk to you. Call us now in Johnny's house. Orlando's number one hit music station. That's Billie Eilish on Johnny's House. 654, sunny and warm. High today of 87. It is 66 right now. Third shift workers day. Third shift work. We know you don't get off till 7 o'clock. We all work there, but we want to give you some love on the air this morning. So if you're a third shift worker or can give us any insight, we'd like to hear all about it. From Kissimmee, Art, good morning.
Morning, Johnny's House. How are we doing today?
Good. So are you a third shift worker?
No, my wife is.
And what time does she go in?
She goes in. She's a nurse, so they work 12 hours.
Oh, yeah, they work 12 hours.
She goes in at 6:30, and then she gets off about 6:37.
Now, does she work 3 on, 4 off, or how does that work?
Yes, 3 on, 4 off.
I wouldn't mind. That's a good schedule. You know, you know. Now, what does she do for the next 4 days? Just relax and get ready to go back to work, or?
No. She actually has 2 jobs as a nurse.
Oh.
So she works 3 on, 1 off, 1 on, 2 off.
Oh.
So she's got a part-timer nurse job.
Wow.
Dang.
So what you do is just make sure that when she's not working and she's resting, she's sleeping, the house is quiet and dark.
I'm trying to, yeah.
That's good. That's called teamwork right there, man. You hold on a second. Let's go to Mount Dura and talk to Logan. Hey, Logan.
Johnny, what's going on?
It's all you, Logan. What's going on with you, man?
It's all me?
It's all you.
Going on, first-time caller.
Hey, you know we love those first-time callers. You know what's happening. We're going to give you a number. That is your number to show that you're part of Johnny's House. Nerese, what is this number?
5080.
What's your number, Logan?
5080.
There you go. I want to personally welcome you to Johnny's House. Okay?
Thanks, sir.
All right. What do you want to say about third shift?
I work at Waffle House
Okay.
near Orlando, so, it'll be calm for 3 hours, and then all of a sudden, I hit that wall that you were talking about earlier.
Yep.
And then my entire building's just filled up with a bunch of people that don't know their ass from their elbow. I mean, it's just...
What time does it... Because there's a Waffle House I pass, and during the day, it's maybe 2 or 3 people. What time do you guys get packed? What's your peak time?
For me... it'll be like dead from like 12 to 2 a.m. 2:30 comes around.
Yeah.
I can't even see out the windows. It's like...
That's when the clubs shut down.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. See, back in the day, it was after the club, you go get breakfast at IHOP or something like that, and then you go home. So now people are still doing that. Are they coming from the clubs?
We go to the Waffle House after the bar all the time.
Yeah. So is it people coming from bars?
Yeah, a lot of it is. And then when it's not them, it's like a lot of these crazy people that don't even know where they are. They're trying to pay me with like double A batteries, Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Oh, that's not me.
Listen, I love to see the videos of Waffle House workers fighting back.
Oh, they knuckle up.
Yes, they knuckle up.
Yeah.
It's like, enough of this. You can't come in here and treat us like crap. Love that.
Yeah,
man.
I've seen that once or twice. They get fed up at the end of their shift.
Yes.
I go to Waffle House because y'all got touch
I try to
tunes.
stay cordial,
I can play music and eat waffles.
I got you, man. You hold on, Logan. Ray, what they say over there?
Brad said third shift for life. He's been on the third shift for 10 years now.
Oh, he's a lifer.
Yeah. Jill said, shout me out. I work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. She's a vet tech with horses and has been doing that for over 25 years.
Wow. I guess when they need you got to be up. Art from Kissimmee going to hook you up with those Pride versus Kansas City Current tickets. They're playing 8 o'clock on Friday. Ray, what's up?
A lot of updates from court yesterday. Kim Kardashian, especially, I'm going to talk about this hour.
3 minutes away, Johnny's House.
up in just 3 minutes. Lola Young, Messy. 'Cause I'm too messy. XL 1067. Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Obviously, I'll give you an update on Diddy and Cassie and everything that happened yesterday in court, but I'm going to talk about Kim Kardashian, who's also in court. This time, she is in court in Paris. This is for the jewelry heist that happened in 2016, and she wore $7 million in diamonds to put it in the grandpa robber's face yesterday to court. And I feel like I would have done the same thing. I would have put on all my jewelry and was like, come and get it.
You have to say, you didn't break me.
Yes,
you didn't break me.
So the grandpa robbers is what they're referring them to, because I told you before, they're up there in age. Her look included a 52-carat necklace worth $3 million that she wore, matching earrings and rings and an anklets that she had yesterday. So she took the witness stand yesterday. You can see the drawings, which don't look anything like her that we've been talking about. She said that when the guys broke into her hotel room, they were dressed like police officers. They had masks on. It was around 3 a.m. She was wearing a bathrobe. She said, I was certain that was the moment that he was going to rape and kill me. She said, I absolutely did think I was going to die. She said, I thought about my sister, Courtney. I thought that she would walk in and see me shot dead and have that memory in her head forever because her sister was there. Her stylist, Simone, also took this stand because she was staying in the same suite and she heard Kim begging for her life. She said, I have babies and I need to live. She heard Kim Kardashian saying that verbatim. I have babies. I need to live. That is what she kept saying. Take everything from me. I need to live. I need to go home to my children, is what she said to the robbers.
That's so scary.
Yeah. So obviously she went into a lot of detail, though, to the fact where she actually stopped publishing, like she stopped posting things on social media because she was so like afraid of anything in life.
For sure.
She can't go about her day without having a minimum of 6 security guards surrounding her every single day ever since this robbery took place. So they took a break yesterday for court, or from court at 4:00. After about 30 minutes, Kim resumed her testimony, and she was up there just talking about everything. And like she replied at the time that his lack of hysteria in the moment raised her suspicion, but now she understands why he acted the way that he did during the stress, talking about like the robbery and the dude that was holding her at gunpoint. But it's crazy because the 71-year-old that published a book called I Kidnapped Kim Kardashian, he describes a robbery. He said it wasn't just jewelry. Somebody took away the memories from Kim Kardashian, and he was like basically capitalizing on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
now, is he arrested?
Yes.
Oh, he is arrested. Okay.
Yeah.
So he wrote a book to make a little money before he had to.
Yes. And then the other dude that was in his 70s passed away. Remember, I told you that a week ago, like right before this was going to happen. Kim also talked about how she, like I said, stopped posting on social media, and that the robbery that took place, they actually took a watch from her late father, Robert Kardashian, that had been given to her for a high school graduation gift.
Wow.
So he took one of those. They never found that.
That's so sad.
So there's just a lot of things that came out yesterday when she was talking about all of it. And it kind of puts into perspective everything that she was feeling because she's telling her story now.
And she wanted a jury like, look, she probably had 12 security people in Paris. Take it.
Yeah.
Dare you. Double dog dare you.
Also, a big thing that came out yesterday, Eric and Lyle Menendez, if you've been following this, they can celebrate a new court victory. The judge gave them a new sentence, which allows for parole. So now they can get out of prison after facing the state parole board.
So that could happen like real soon.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So,
I mean, however long the process is, because they've already served enough time. It was 25, I think, to life.
Yeah.
And they already did 30.
So as what they were saying yesterday, the resentencing hearing video, they were there by video, but they were saying that they were very emotional that the judge changed their sentence to 50 years to life instead of life without possibility of parole.
Well, they've been, I heard they were like model inmates.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Did nothing wrong. They had jobs.
They were teaching something. Yeah.
That's what he said. He said because they had no light at the end of the tunnel and they still did that. It shows that they were better people than not, because they had no reason to rehabilitate, because they were up until yesterday they had no chance to get out.
Yeah. So the next stop for Eric and Lyle is what they're saying is June 13th is the date that the parole board is going to oversee. June 13th.
Okay.
So
there's
next
a light,
month.
bright light.
Yeah,
yeah. Like the guy who stabbed Tory Lanez. He was a lifer. He ain't happy now.
Done.
I know.
I was
nothing to lose.
Santino Castillo.
Yeah.
So 7:20 a.m. the morning of the stabbing is where he actually is facing life in prison. So he has nothing to lose.
Literally. Yeah.
Look, man. Don't put me next to them lifers.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy is that they do put people lifers next to people that aren't lifers.
They know.
There's no rules there.
Yeah, they know what they're doing by doing that.
Of course.
Come on now.
Yeah, you can't do that though. But people got civil rights.
They'll put him in isolation.
Tory Lanez shot a rapper in the foot.
Yeah.
They'll put him in isolation for a while, take some food, but in about another year, he'll be right back where he was.
If you look at that dude's like sentencing or what he had, that dude, he had 2nd-degree murder, 1st-degree attempted murder, personal use of a dangerous weapon while inflicting great bodily injury. Casio was also sentenced to 6 years for assaulting a prisoner with a deadly weapon. Also, he assaulted the jail keeper or whatever you want to call him.
Put him next to Harvey Weinstein. That's okay.
Yeah.
He probably said, "Hey man, can I get that photo?" And Tori's like, "Nah, all right."
Like, I'm surprised.
All right. All right. Those are the people. All right, we come back. What's trending is on the way on Johnny's House. $7:10. It is Wednesday. Johnny's House. A lot of sunshine today at 87, 66 right now. And Reese, what is trending?
Yeah, let's talk about some graduation milestones here. There is an 80-year-old man by the name of Linwood Riddick, who is getting recognized for graduating from South Carolina State University and getting his BA in music. He had previously put his education on hold to serve in the military, but it's literally never too late. The man literally walked across the stage.
How old is he?
80 years old.
Yeah.
Yes. Not only that, there is a woman, Patricia Ciaz Ellis, who is 79 years old. She just graduated from Clayton State University. She too also put her college career on hold for 60 years, all to take care of her family.
Oh, yeah.
But the restart of her education, I thought this was funny. It was inspired by her son, who was joking around saying, man, stop watching soap operas. Go do something.
Wow.
Sure enough, she ended up returning to schools for 8 years, earning her degree in criminal justice, and she is considering getting her master's.
I think someone who knows people that age, that's good for y'all. Don't expect me to learn anything else. Hey, Dad, stop watching soap operas. I ain't.
Nope.
Nope.
I know school is not for me, but I thought about getting my master's, and I was like,
good for
do
you.
I want to spend $40 on?
And son, when this commercial's out, I want you out of my way so I can continue to watch these. Good for them. I think that's awesome. I'm done. I'm done.
Johnny's gonna avoid learning
everything. Avoid everything. All right. It's time for Am I Wrong? That's when you call us up and tell us something that happened, and we will judge you and let you know if you are wrong. Got a pair of tickets to see Stray Kids, a sold-out show at Camping World Stadium on June 14th. Now, you call us up. Now, you listening, you'll text the XL Mobile and say if they're right or if they are wrong. You tell us the story, the decision you made, and then we'll let you know if we feel that you're right or if you're wrong. Am I wrong? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Call now. Am I wrong? You got some concert tickets. Got to call first on Johnny's House. Room 5, Christina Aguilera, Move Like Jagger. It is 7:25. Johnny's house, sunny and 87. Ray, is it still 66 out there?
It is 69.
69. Warming up quickly before we get to Am I Wrong? Some people came by to start the pre-birthday celebration for Mr. Brian Grimes. Your birthday is officially on
Friday.
On Friday.
It's my actual birthday. Yeah.
All right. Say hello. Step up there.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
All right. And what did you guys decide to do early for Brian's birthday? First, introduce yourselves.
My name is Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Christine.
Okay. What did you guys decide to do for Brian for his birthday?
We just wanted to bring in some treats and show him some love. You know, we love being a part of the live stream on YouTube. And without Brian, I don't believe there would be a live stream.
That's true.
No, it wouldn't be a live stream.
Well, the technical part of it, I built it. Yes,
for sure.
Now I've built it for 3 other shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
My son Luca, he's Brian's his favorite, so he made him some like a treasure map and helped me make a little pirate box, treasure box. So.
So they came to Stadium Club when we did the Lost Weekend.
Yes.
And so we played a video game. Well, the big bays.
Yeah.
With her son. So yeah.
Oh.
We listen to you all the time, like on the way home from school. We're on Magic, and so he knows your voice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate that. He sent me a little video message and everything.
Well, make sure you listen. He listens to the pod. Is he listening now?
No, they're on the way to school.
Okay. Well, make sure you listen to the podcast and you hear mommy talk about him. And thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. I don't accept gifts well, so it's very hard for me, but I appreciate it. I really do.
Hi, Luca. Hi, Kaylee. Hi.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Hi.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Thank you so much. I
Very
appreciate
cool.
you guys.
Very cool. All right. Am I wrong? We need to find out if you've done something. We're going to gauge it. Got a pair of tickets to see Stray Kids at Camping World Stadium. Let's go to Oviedo and talk to Lillian. Hey, Lillian. Good morning.
Good morning, Johnny's house.
All right. Everybody's ready to judge you. Tell us what happened and tell us what you decided to do.
So last night around 10 o'clock, my son in high school asked me if I can help him do his extra credit work because he's on the borderline between a B and an A.
Okay.
But he has to concentrate on studying for his EOC exam. Keep in mind that I've been up late because the baby's been teething. So he's been sick. So I decided to stay up to help him design his shirt for the book that he is reading, Lord of the Flies.
Mm-hmm.
You have to design it. You have to draw on it. You have to put a quote. And then you have, on top, you have to write an essay. So I skimmed the book with the help of Google. We did it and we finished at 3 a.m. So he's submitting it today.
So how much of it did you actually do?
99.9%, except for one quote that he liked.
So you pretty much did his homework for him.
I did. It was the last project of the year. I figure it's okay because he is an honor student. You know what I mean? So he just got inducted into a few honor societies. So I'm like, you know what? It's an extra credit. I think it was okay just to help him out.
Okay.
And he's my firstborn, so I'm like, it's okay.
You're trying to get. She said it's okay 3 times before we said, "Am I wrong?"
She's trying to subliminally trick you.
Yes,
okay.
so it's okay. Now, and also the XL Mobile 41067. Is she wrong? Now, as a parent, I would say you're not wrong, but in this case, I will say you were, and I'm gonna tell you why. If it was my son, I'm like, you can't come to me at 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock asking for help, knowing that this project was. How long did he know that the project was done? Was gonna be done?
A couple days ago.
Yeah.
He waited.
He waited. He waited. But I understand. I'll say in this case, listen, it's a mother's love, and no matter what we say, you do it again. But in this case, I'll say you were wrong. Ray.
Yeah, I mean the 10 o'clock thing is a little out there. But I would say that you're not wrong. I would have done the same thing. And he seems like a good kid. You know, he's on the cusp of an A, and so why not?
All of his homework, Ray.
Why not?
That paperwork came in and that boy did nothing.
Whatever. I mean, what is it? To Kill a Mockingbird? Is that what it was?
No,
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies. Yeah, whatever.
Same story.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Does he really need to know that in life? Nah.
Hey, and Lillian, what are you gonna do if he turns it in and he say, "Oh, this is horrible work. You get an F."
But she is in the wrong.
He just has to study to pass his exam. That's it. Study extra.
Okay.
It's extra credit anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, me?
Oh, no, I don't think you're wrong at all. I would have done it.
Mhm.
In fact, I did do it.
Oh, my goodness.
That diploma my son got's half mine.
Oh, my goodness.
I graduated twice. I graduated from 2 high schools.
What's that? What's that, Lily? What's that?
I'll send a picture to you guys. You want to see the shirt that I did?
Oh, you did the shirt too? You did it all?
I did.
I do it. I love Lord of the Flies, so I'd have actually enjoyed doing it.
Nerese?
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, send it to XL1067 Instagram.
Well, no, don't do that because it might get the kid in trouble. No, we end this right here.
Okay. Well, I don't think you're wrong for that. No, you're a good mama.
What are they saying on the anything on the mobile?
I mean,
what are the people saying?
At the end of the day, it is wrong.
Yes.
I just think a lot of people like say I would do the same thing. Let's see. XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland. Interact. Need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Wrong. Let him learn his lesson. You're wrong. As a teacher, I don't want to know that parents can do this stuff. That's not right.
Extra credit.
I want to know what my students can do. Cheater.
Lily said, I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn.
Wrong.
I do it again.
Tell that kid go do more work.
Dang.
Absolutely wrong. Cheater.
Well, Lillian, we're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to see Stray Kids at Camping World Stadium on June the 14th. Like I said, it was wrong, but as a parent, I totally understand what you did. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. She said, I did it all. 99.9% of it. Wow. All right. We come back, man. We're going to find out if you had a legal thing that you've been involved in. We'll talk more about it next on Johnny's House. $7:34. It is Johnny's House, sunny and 87. It is 69 right now. All right, listen, I am looking for Title I elementary schools for our Baby DJ program. And what we're going to do is provide those schools with 100% of the school supplies that they will need for next year. Now, the reason we're starting so early is that in the summer, it is so hard to find a principal at an elementary school. We have to track them down.
Check out.
Yeah. So if you would like to nominate a school, if it's a school that you teach or your kids attend and is a Title I school, just go to xl1067.com. It'll click you on to the Baby DJ link, or you go to babydj.org and it'll have a submission sheet, and you just fill that out, and then we'll probably pick about 10 schools, maybe more if some other people want to donate. And because here's the funny thing. you can sponsor a school with all the school supplies that they need for about $3,000 because we buy in bulk. We buy pallets where a pencil's like 2 cents, So if you are a school or you know someone that's a Title I elementary school, if you're in the sound of our voice, it doesn't matter if you're in the metro Orlando area, if there's a kid in their elementary school and that school is a Title I school, then if you're a Title I school, then just go to xl1067.com or babydj.org and fill out the submissions slip, and then we're going to pick 10 schools. We're going to supply them all with all the school supplies they're going to need for the kids, because usually you send them home that letter and blah, blah. How much you pay for your kids? Well, you're in kindergarten. You still have a list, don't you?
Yeah. So there's the list that I just paid for next year, and it's like $130 per child.
Goodness.
Yeah.
And we're trying to provide that for the whole school. But you got to let us know who you are. Tell us why that school is special. And then in a couple of weeks, we will pick those schools. And then right before school starts, pallets of school supplies will come to your school. Just go to xl1067.com or babydj.org and submit a school, and we will pick them, and we will supply that school with all the school supplies they need for the kids that are starting a brand new year. All right. So, Brian, you're 23andMe. You're a part of a lawsuit. What did you do, man?
So I finally did it after not doing it for years because I was afraid, security and all the information stuff. And then 23andMe goes under and they file for bankruptcy. And then that made, I guess, everyone's or certain people's information exposed.
And it said it wouldn't.
Yeah. And so I got a letter yesterday saying I'm part of the 23andMe bankruptcy class action lawsuit.
Okay.
Where, if I want to do it, I get a certain amount of money and they'll do the security protection for my identity for 2 years or something like that. But they don't tell you.
They don't tell you how much.
No, because it depends on how many people jump in and how much they end up settling for. And the attorneys take all the class action suits. The attorneys are the ones that get all the money, not us, because there's so many of us.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to bother electing to send it back. What am I get $23?
Because there's one that's out there that everybody that gets $15 to $20.
Yeah.
Whether the lawyers who put it on, they get about 80, 90 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's a giant settlement number.
Get their cut.
They get their cut that they distribute it to the 10,000 people that said, yes, I want to be part of it.
Kind of like Apple right now. It's like if you
that's the one we're talking
$20.
About. Yeah, like $20 if you go through it.
Attorney's going to get $200 million.
They'll get $200 million because they were the ones that put it on.
So I'm like, I don't think it's that important. So I'm not going to bother with it. No.
Then that means somebody else will get a bigger share then, right?
Yeah, someone else will get my $20.
So what if there's very minimal of people that are signing up for this?
But they keep it up for a while.
No,
there's not.
Man,
there's going to all be thinking like you.
You want to know you want to know when the lawsuits are? Watch regular TV after 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
because I want to know if I had meal theory.
If you drank water near Camp Lejeune, if you drink water near Camp Lejeune,
that's why my brother-in-law drink water there. He's in it.
Yes,
he's 100% in it.
There's all kinds of those lawsuits where overnights they hit you with it. If you did this back in 1974, let us know.
My brother-in-law was in Camp Lejeune. He was a Marine, and the chemicals they use for war, they buried them.
Yes,
not knowing that after years they would corrode and open up. So if you drink water, you're starting to feel. Drink the water there, you're starting to feel the effects. And my brother's like, I got to tell them, y'all know I was in the military. You got the records, but you got to jump through hoops to
prove everything. Yeah. The movie Aaron Brockovich is based on the whole premise of class action lawsuits with PG&E over in California. And those were $1 billion lawsuits because they did the same thing. They buried wastewater the wrong way and it affected people.
You watch TV in the day when people aren't working during the day or late at night.
Right.
Something like that.
Oh,
if you took a weight loss medicine back in 1984,
for compensation.
Yes, you're entitled. I'm like, man, somebody even called me. You know one of them spam calls?
Yeah.
Hey, do you happen to take? And of course, I'm going. Who is this? I ain't take. Baby, I'm 94. I ain't take no. Who is this? Oh, one lady just cussed and hung up on me.
The only one I ever did, I did do one for the first house I ever bought. The bank that I used to finance got in trouble for their lending practices. And so
that's when everybody was giving out loans.
Yeah. And so and we actually short sold our first house because it was so underwater. It was crazy. And so it was supposed to sit on my credit for a little while, obviously, because that's what happens. But I got a letter from an attorney and they removed it from my credit, and they actually sent me $2,500
Yeah.
as compensation for being part of. And the bank went out of business.
Yeah.
Well, they changed their name. They're still in business. They're right over by UCF.
Banking is what it's what we do, baby.
But I did. They removed it from my credit. I bought a house like maybe 2 months later because I didn't have to worry about it anymore, and I used their money to help me put my down payment.
Let's go.
Ray, you ever been in a class
No.
action? Nerese?
No, but I feel like I should have.
I'm telling you.
For what?
Because she wants some money.
Right.
She heard money.
No,
She heard money.
You have to
She
be
said
wrong.
money.
You have to be wrong in some way.
She heard you say
No,
20.
I wasn't in the wrong. It was,
You have to be wrong in some way to be part of a lawsuit.
There is
Like
one
me?
that they were asking about because I took a lot of progesterone when I was trying to get pregnant,
Yes.
and there was a lot of people that were like, "You need to
Yes.
look into these class action lawsuits, depending on what progesterone brand that you use and all
Listen,
that."
There was now they've with technology, the weight loss drugs have been perfected. They've done the test. Back in the day, they had one called Fen-Phen and Redux.
Yes.
And they hadn't been tested.
Fen-Phen and what?
Fen-Phen and Redux.
Fen-Phen and Redux.
Okay. And they hadn't been tested, and they put on the market, and people were losing weight. And then all of a sudden, stuff started happening.
Right. Like your arm fell off.
Is that the one that was like bleeding from the pores?
No, that's different.
That was different.
Oh gosh.
Whoops.
So late night, if you had Fen-Phen,
It's like we were the trial and error.
well, that one was approved by that FDA.
Well, and that's where the government comes in being crooked, but that's a whole nother different situation.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that, man.
Ooh.
People were like, wait a minute, my lungs stopped working. Oh, it was bad. No, for real, it was bad.
But did you lose weight?
Mesothelioma.
There it is.
Mesothelioma.
There it is. That's the one. All right, we want to find out if you've ever been in a class action lawsuit. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XL Mobile for texting 41067. Live stream, social media. Wake up. We want to hear from you guys. You've ever been in one? Tell us about it. Or have they asked you to be in one? We want to know what's going on. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Hit us up on Johnny's House. The weekend cry for me is going to be at Camping World Stadium this August. If you're going to get through Rockville, you'll have no problem seeing the weekend in August at Camping World Stadium. It is 7:52, sunny, and 87 is our high, 69 right now. 23andMe got a class action suit because they ran out of business, and they say, listen, what about all that privacy stuff like that? And how much you get? $4?
They didn't tell me how much I was going to get because it's not settled
Ryan's
yet.
on a roll over there, though.
I know, man.
I found a website that lists active class action lawsuits. So I'm trying to see what we can get into.
Let me see a couple of them real quick.
He's going to apply for all.
Well, if you at one point, I guess you didn't even have to buy Wheat Thins. Wheat Thins had to settle for $10 million because they're not 100% whole grain, even though it says they are. So even if you don't have a receipt, you get $4.50.
What if it didn't bother me that they're not, but I just want that money?
You could do that. $4.50.
I don't care about the whole brand.
There's a $290 million Uber driver fee class action lawsuit that you could jump on right now.
Okay.
All right.
There is a raw chicken class action lawsuit that you could jump on that's open right now.
Okay.
Let's see. Wells Fargo.
Okay.
There's a forbearance class action lawsuit.
If you picked off those dimes off the side of the highway.
Yeah. There's some fake eyelashes.
Oh, okay.
Ray, you need to call him for that one.
I don't have fake eyelashes, ya ass.
She's gonna file a lawsuit against you for spreading that rumor.
Oh, we can sue each other here?
Yeah.
You're hurting her image.
Let's all lawyer up.
Hey, just like that story you told, I'm suing you guys for stealing my golden years.
My youth. From Orlando, Lorraine, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How's everybody doing?
Everybody all right?
Yeah.
We are good, Lorraine. We are good. So you was in a class action lawsuit?
I was in a very big one, actually. So I'm not going to say any names, but if you Google it, you'll know what it is. I had a form of permanent birth control done, and this was supposed to be the latest and greatest thing. It was in my fallopian tubes, and they were supposed to be no issues.
Okay.
And after probably 2 years, I started having a lot of pain. One of them had poked out of my left fallopian tube into my uterus. The other one and the right one had coiled up. And I became part of a class action lawsuit. I'm very lucky. I only had to have a full hysterectomy. People died from these things. Mm-hmm. And my lawyer got $60,000 and I walked away with $15,000.
Yeah.
Your lawyer got 60 and you got 15?
15. People who passed away got 45. Their families got $45,000. And the lawyers walked away with a lot of money. I had called one lawyer that was recommended. She recommended me to the lawyer that did the class action suit. The first lawyer, I spoke to her maybe 10 minutes and she got paid $6,000.
That's how it works, girl. You
feel
hold
like
on a second.
Did they cover your hospital costs? Because that should have been given.
Mm-hmm. No. So I would have gotten more. I had insurance at the time, very good insurance through my husband's company. I would have gotten more, except the insurance paid for everything because I had the surgery done at the end of the year. So it was 100% covered. So they paid the insurance company back. I would have gotten.
Oh, they paid insurance, not you. Yeah, if you'd have paid it. All right, you hold on a second. Jason from Kissimmee, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. Class action. What did you get? What did you do?
So I used to work for a company in the airport. I was an operations manager, and as a salary manager, I know that you don't get like overtime wages.
Mm-mm.
I left the company, just found something else, and then I ended up getting something in the mail, and I guess a different operations manager from the same company in a different state filed something for like compensation or wages or overtime wages.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what's the harm? So I just went ahead and I filled out the paperwork, forgot about it. And I think about 3-4 months later, I got a check for like $1,400 because it settled.
Let's go.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. I was like, that's a great payday for, just forgetting about it for 3-4 months. And I only worked for the company for like a year. And then I just left and again, got this thing in the mail, filled it out. And I was like, whatever. I've seen them come before, but I never paid attention to it. This one actually resonated with me because I work for the company, but I've gotten other ones like, like Brian said, like that Wheat Thins one or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I was like, I don't even eat that. So I was like, whatever. What am I going to get, a nickel? So
Wow. You hold on a second. Ray, what'd they say?
That's great.
Yes.
So somebody said, I didn't even know about it, but I received a check, a letter saying, sorry for any inconvenience. Your info was going to be sold or has been sold, blah, blah, blah. They got $140.
Nice.
Wow.
So, and then somebody was a part of a $3 million hearing protection lawsuit with a couple of guys from his old unit. He got a check for 6 cents.
They gave him a check for 6 cents.
I feel like if
it costs more to mail it.
I know, but I feel like if it's like part of the lawsuit and it's settled, you got to send that money.
Brian, what's over there?
Let's see. XL Mobile powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they've done a few of them. Total, they probably got about $500 over the past couple of years. The biggest check was for $175.
Hey.
Someone said they got one for $8,000 from a stucco company because they had a class action suit for like a new build houses, I guess.
Wow.
So that's pretty big.
Well, they're out there. Wow. Okay. Let's move on, Ray. What you working on?
You know what I have to do. Give you an update on Diddy and Cassie in court.
There's no way you can clean this up.
I'm going to try.
3 minutes away, Johnny's house.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so celebrity news is sponsored by Fair Winds Credit Union. It's very hard for me to clean up some of these things that was said in court yesterday from Cassie testifying. So it was another big day in the books, though. Today or yesterday, she started. Today, she's going to be up there testifying again, and she's most likely going to get grilled and questioned over and over again. So, but her attorney seems very, very proud of her for opening up. And, you know, if you hear some of the stuff,
she's 8 months pregnant.
Yes. And she's being very vulnerable. She's opening up. She talked about her first freak off with Diddy and a male escort. She got very emotional, telling the jury that the freak offs felt like a job to her. She was told that, you know, she participated in these Diddy freak offs because she didn't want to upset him or make him angry because he did have that physical abuse aspect to him. She told the jury about physical abuse she suffered about the time that he beat her up in the hallway. And that's the video that we saw. She left the freak off before it was supposed to be over. And that was the incident that was caught on camera where he beat her up in the hallway and dragged her back into the room and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Cassie, her husband is there. And so
they didn't want him there.
So he's allowed to be up there until they start talking about, I think after 2009, 2010 or whatever. Once they start talking about that year, he has to leave because he might be called to be a witness. So because he was a part of it, not like a freak off or anything like that, but he was in
Involved
the environment
with her.
But she says that she did take drugs and alcohol, and there's a lot of baby oil. Baby oil was mentioned more than 40 something times, and you could see the jury was just like, okay, the judge even had to say, we don't really need to talk about the baby oil again. We get it. Like the baby oil has brought up multiple times.
They said he had this thing, and if she didn't have enough on, so in one room they had a swimming pool.
Yes.
Full of baby oil.
And she would have to go into the swimming pool full of baby oil. If she looked too dry, he would stop it and be like, go get some more baby oil on your body.
And they ruined that room to the point where I think it was the Intercontinental Forum.
Yes, they had to remodel it.
They had to remodel it.
They had to remodel the freaking hotel room.
The whole room.
That's wild.
Yeah.
The whole room. Yeah.
Diddy did bring up some voyeurism at some point in their first year together. And she was 22 years old and she agreed to the freak off the first time when she was 22. She said that she did drink, she did take ecstasy, and it was Diddy's idea to disguise themselves in a masquerade mask. This was the first time that this had happened. But obviously they grilled her and they're going to talk to her about why it continued for years and years afterwards. And she was just talking about how she was scared to basically upset him. And she felt like she wanted to be with him.
Yeah.
She did want to ultimately be with him. And she would be convinced by him that it was only going to be her for a little bit.
Yeah.
And she believed him. It was it's just going to be him and I. This whole freak off stuff is done with. So she continued to be with him. But then again, it started to kick back up again.
The longest one was 4 days.
4 days.
You say they did not go to sleep for 4 days.
I saw that she said she needed sometimes over a week to recover.
Yes.
But what struck me was weird is she signed a record deal with Bad Boy for 10 records.
Yeah.
At 19 years old, and she only produced one. Which means he basically just locked her down.
Yes. And that's what people don't understand, because people were like, okay, so why'd she stay so long and all this stuff? But like,
she owed him money.
She owed him money. She
Because
owed
you're
him music.
recoupable, you owe
then-
money.
Yes.
Here's a story. We've met Cassie, and Brian, he'll test this, is that they were doing a Bad Boy tour. They had one artist who had a single in Cassie, and they came in the studio, and we didn't know, after she left, this was years ago, we didn't understand why.
It was weird.
Because we were talking to Cassie, and we say, well, are you working on a new project? She said, no. Do you have any music? She goes, no. Then we're asking ourselves, what the hell are you doing?
Really weird.
Because she was complaining that he wasn't promoting her, so he sent her on the road.
Yeah.
Promoting nothing.
So, and a lot of people, like, if you don't look up Stockholm Syndrome. If you don't know what Stockholm Syndrome is, I am personally thinking that she was suffering from that for a little bit as well. But from what she was saying is that the freak offs became more frequent. It was happening weekly for years. She says that the last freak off was 2017, 2018, and she never slept during the freak offs. And she would take ecstasy. She would take, other drugs and all that stuff, but she felt humiliated.
Yeah.
She recalled she tried to leave. She tried to stop the whole thing. And so she didn't want to participate in the freak offs. And there's emails going back and forth between them where she was saying, like, is this done?
Yeah. And the drugs and she didn't want, I don't want to do this.
So there's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I can't cover up a lot of it because there was things that she was told to do that are very disturbing.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny that even back then when she came in here, when she left, we were like, why is she here?
It was so weird.
It was weird.
We have a whole lot of interviews in the past, and it was like, whatever. But that one was odd.
Yeah.
It was real weird.
Now, she had one artist that he was doing something. He had a song, but
there was one thing that I wanted to mention too, because there is a point where she testifies that she needed drugs. She started, she wasn't being drugged. She started taking the drugs by herself, whether it was mushrooms, whatever it was, to disassociate herself and become emotionless to deal with these freak offs. There were some points during the freak offs where she would actually be throwing up because of the drugs that she took, but he would tell her to continue with what was going on.
So if I'm not mistaken, and Ray, you've been down that rabbit hole, the male escorts really didn't know it was Diddy and Cassie. They had masks on.
Yes.
So they didn't know.
Not until it was towards the end, towards the end of the years of them doing
it. But in the beginning, they just thought that a couple wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, it's gonna be interesting because a lot of stuff is gonna start coming out today again because she's gonna be grilled up there.
Man. Okay, interesting. If anything's going on, I'll get you updated on that.
I'll try.
All right. Weird but true on the way on Johnny's House. $811, Johnny's House, sunny 87, 69 right now. All right, Brian, what are those weird stories that are true?
So I always talk about AI when there's an AI update. I like to let you know what's going on. So there's a 25-year-old guy. He was very excited. His name is Leo because he got a big job interview with a company he's been trying to get in with for a while.
Okay.
And then he got online. It was a digital interview, like it was going to be video. And he got online and he realized that he was being interviewed by AI.
No.
So
really?
The interview started and he was excited, but then the AI started to glitch a little bit.
Oh, no.
And it kept saying the same line over and over again on a loop. So it eventually fixed itself. The interview ended. It thanked him for answering all the questions and said, I got a lot of great information from you. We'll be in touch. But it never got past the first question.
Oh, wow.
Because it glitched. Then Leo got an email that said, hi, Henry, which obviously is not his name.
Oh, dang it.
It was a pleasure meeting you today and learning a lot about your background and goals. You had a wonderful energy, but we have decided you're not quite right for the position.
But you ain't talk to me.
Exactly. So he has it all on video, obviously, because it was a video interview.
Uh-huh.
But it's just crazy that he was so excited. And they're using AI for these big companies to do this stuff. And they're like not even interviewing people.
Sounds like a class action lawsuit.
I would be
He should
so
sue.
mad.
Yeah.
You get $4.50 and a box of wheat then.
So what is it? Do you think that the AI does what the screening process is? They pick up keywords that you say in an interview
Probably.
and let you go a little bit further?
That's my guess, which is what they've always done with resumes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in this case, it didn't get anything because it
Yeah.
glitched. So it didn't really answer. He didn't get to answer any questions.
So when you send out a resume, they scan for certain words or phrases to let you go to the next level. I wonder if you went to the AI and just said,
and they said, great to get to know you today. Jimmy.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Imagine getting hired. You're perfect for the job.
You show creativity? I was like, yes.
I would be so upset, especially if you're looking forward to that job.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking for a job. That means either you're not happy where you are and you eventually got bills to pay and all of a sudden they did that to me.
Yeah, that made me mad.
Yeah.
There's a new study that came out that might explain why everybody wants a bad boy or whatever. They say that according to this new study, people it looked at how people perceive strangers.
Okay.
Like when they first meet them for trustworthiness, facial appearance, all that stuff. And it found that the dark triad of traits, narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism are more trustworthy to people when you process it.
I'm sorry.
So people actually are
they know those.
more attracted to people with dark personalities.
Not me.
I really just did this for Nerese because she.
You know what the first thing I said in my head was? It was like, it sounds like I need therapy.
We've been telling you this since you started working here.
Can somebody endorse me, please?
I don't understand. I mean, here's what happened, Nerese, and it happens to everybody. You're attracted to that type until after a couple times, you're like, you know what? I've been getting the same results. The exact same, and you'll stop.
I blame my daddy issues.
And that's where you are right now. You're just like, you know what? Whenever I'm not changing anybody, they let me know they're not good people.
Yes.
And I went for it anyway. And then you get sick and tired of feeling it when you just stop.
On the scale of daddy issues, yours are so mild. You can't blame that. You just got to you picking the wrong people. You're picking the wrong people.
Sounds like daddy issues. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there.
I'm just saying, on the spectrum, your daddy issues are way over on this side. There's a lot of people with worse ones that pick good people.
But that shows you why people are like drawn to prisoners or inmates.
Right. Because their dark personalities attract people.
And plus, you can't do anything if you get mad at
Right.
me. How about this? Shut up. I ain't call you tomorrow. Oh, man.
Unless you got people on the outside. You call them. And then,
Yeah. Wow. That's kind of, wow. All right, listen, if you didn't know, the city of McCoy is putting together what they call a time capsule. That's where you put things in it to remind you of the time right now. If Johnny's House was putting one together, what should we include in it? Gonna hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to see Lilo and Stitch, the advanced movie screening on Tuesday, May 20th. You want to get ahead of it, you can call now, 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. What would go in the time machine right now if we was putting one together? Talk about it next on Johnny's House. 826, sunny with the high of 87. What we're looking at right now, Miss Ray?
It is 73.
73, getting up to about 87 and a lot of sunshine. City of Ocoee is having a centennial celebration, and they're putting together a special time capsule, and that ceremony will be I think it was yesterday, May 13th. And I want to find out from you, if we were putting one together and it had to represent things that are happening right now, what will we put in that time capsule? For me, because they're just new, we'd have to throw in a Johnny's House hoodie.
Yeah.
We had to throw one of those in there. Ray, what would have to go in that time capsule that represents the time we have right now?
I would say the stupid loud cups that you started gifting everybody, because now it's a trend. And I do have to thank KJ, who is sitting in with us, for bringing that up, because it's true.
All right. B, what should be in that time capsule?
I think we should put the list trophy in there.
Yes.
I think that would be important.
Okay.
And I'm going to take an audio recording of the JJ Rice whack track on Friday and put it in there so people can listen back to it.
Listen, we understand all of that, but what is that? Nuri?
I feel like we have a lot of like little knickknacks in here that represent us. So the flags, these tiny flags that we have, the one that's
all of our flags that represent us.
That's
Jesus,
right.
I saw that. Like that's got to go your little sloth on your microphone, like little knickknack things.
No,
like
I can't
that.
get rid of him, man.
I would say, but like our flags, that's a good one. My rainbow flag.
Where the hell's my Irish flag?
Here, bro, relax.
I was about to say, someone done stole them.
Right here.
Oh, yeah, right here.
My heritage will not be denied.
Look at that.
Black history flag.
Yes.
Well,
I'll get you one. I got you.
That's functional.
Yeah, I got to get the Panama flag in there.
That has to be there. All right. I got a Lilo and Stitch advanced movie screening for the 20th. You just got to tell us what should be in that time capsule. Let's see, from Orlando, Starlene, good morning.
Good morning.
And how old are you?
I am 12 years old.
All right, 12 years old. And what should we put in the time capsule?
Okay, so I feel that like Johnny's House audio, like personally, my favorite Johnny's House audio recordings, and like specifically when you guys do like crazy stories that are true that happen to me, like
yes,
I
it's
laugh
coming up
at
next.
those all the time.
Really? So
I laugh at those all the time. So like I feel like if we were to like if other people were to see it in the future, they would be like, I cannot believe this happened to actual people.
Okay, true story that happened to me. A recording of that. You hold on a second. From Orlando, Bellman, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Johnny. How you guys doing?
Good. What should be in our time capsule?
All right, this is kind of for you, Johnny. I think you guys should put Maurice's paper championship in there so everybody remembers that she did not win fairly.
Here's the funny thing. And she's been here 2 years. Last week was the only time that she actually she played it right and she won. No excuses. She played it and she played it well.
Listen, it looks like as if I didn't win last year. It's only because the reason why I won is because you guys were like losing it. You know what I mean? Like Johnny and Ray, like I don't know what it.
Maurice, you were so far behind. We had to make it fun.
They gave you points. That's the only reason you had points.
I paid cash for Ray to give you some of her points.
That's true.
Cash,
and I appreciate it.
Let me take my win.
Okay.
It should not be forgotten.
Thank you, Bellman.
Yeah, that's right. Put it in there.
All right, from Lady Lake, Cynthia. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right, what should go in there?
Yeah, I was gonna say like a souvenir, like the hoodie, and also like the Johnny's House cup, the horn as well.
Love that.
Or like the audio recording of like the first time caller is like do 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 do.
I like that. Anything over there, B?
Let's see. XL powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact. Need to check. It's a no-brainer. Just call attorney Dan Newland. There are a lot of people that are kind of repeating the same thing we had. But then someone wants to make sure you put some old stuff in there too, like this.
Oh no. Oh, that hurts. Why y'all want to hurt me?
Because you sang with Boyz II Men, one of the greatest singing groups of all time. And that should be in the time capsule. Here, take it, Johnny.
And I'll take with you the memory.
Here comes the run.
To be my sunshine after the rain.
That hurt. Why y'all hurt me like that? Why don't you just put in the one of me falling down the stairs? How about throwing that one in there too?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Starlene, congratulations. You got a pair of tickets to see Lilo and Stitch, the advanced movie screening Tuesday, the 20th. Thank you for having
We
fun.
can add your Hall of Fame plaque. How about that?
Oh, no. They want to hear me say,
Well, both.
Yeah. All right. We come back. We'll kick it off. True story that happened to me on Johnny's House. $8:35, Johnny's House. It's time for True Stories. It happened to me. These are some of the most fascinating stories that have happened in your life that when you tell them, people are like, what? Are you serious? And the best one today, we're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to see Halsey at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater coming up on May 24th. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Call us. We have questions, true stories. It happened to me. We want to hear stories now on Johnny's House. 8:38, Johnny's House. That's the weekend. Don't forget, coming up at 9 o'clock, your chance to win $1,000. All you got to do is listen for that keyword. It's going to be sunny and 87, 73 right now. True stories. It happened to me. We want to hear those stories. I'm going to hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to see Halsey at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater coming up on May 24th. Let's hear your stories. First, from Winter Garden, Valerie, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, true stories that happened to me. What happened?
A couple years ago, my family and I were on vacation in the Bahamas, and my brothers were out spearfishing, and one of them actually got bit by a shark.
Nice. What kind of shark was it?
It was a 3-foot reef shark, and they're pretty experienced spear fishermen, so they knew what they were doing, but they admitted they made a mistake and didn't throw something that they caught overboard right away. And one of them was looking for sharks while the other one was spearing something else. And they were on my brother's hand in like less than 5 seconds, probably.
How bad how bad was he injured?
Luckily, it wasn't too bad. They got his tendons a little bit, just in between his knuckles or in his knuckles. But he was wearing gloves. So thankfully, they threw the spear right over, or they threw the fish right over, and then just threw the spear out with the other fish on it. And so the sharks left as soon as it realized that wasn't what it wanted, it let go and it went after the fish. But of course, like, we're all on the boat, we hear splashing and like, not going to say it, obviously, but.
Does he always remind everybody that he is a shark attack survivor?
You have to.
Yeah. But my mom, like, we're all on the boat freaking out. We can't really do anything. And they just calmly swim back to the boat. And my brother was like, yep, that happened, and threw tequila over it. And that was it.
There you do it. Let me tell you, I'd have gone back in there with my spear. I'm getting that bad boy. You going to bite me? We cooking you tonight. From Deltona, Courtney, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So my craziest story I can't tell on the radio. If I know I'd win, but here's the one I got for you. When I was like 17, I lived up in Ohio and I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods. And one day, who comes up to my register but the Jonas Brothers? And so I like totally freaked out, fangirled out because I was young, and I got to hug them all, take a picture with them. Totally made my year.
Okay, so you checked out the Jonas Brothers, all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I kissed them all on the cheek.
You kissed them all on the cheek. All right. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. That was round one. If you can beat that, Halsey tickets are on the line, but you got to call us so we can talk to you on Johnny's House. 8:45, Johnny's house, sunny and 87, 73 right now. Round 2, true story that happened to me. Most amazing stories. You need to listen and think about which one you like best. A pair of tickets to Halsey, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on May 24th. Let's go over to Winter Springs and talk to Charisma. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, all right, true story.
Okay, so it was about 2018, I think. I was living in Kissimmee, and we were about to head out to a softball game because I play softball, and she was cleaning out her car in my driveway. And she calls my wife, and she says, I really need you to come outside because your neighbor is outside, and he's sitting in his doorway, and he is going to the movies with himself.
Oh, my goodness.
In his doorway. So, I didn't believe her. No one believed her. So my wife runs outside, or she says, come outside, but don't run. Just walk to my car. My wife goes outside. She sees it, immediately runs back inside. So she comes and she's like, oh my God, the guy's outside. He's, doing his thing.
Wow.
My mom had previously, talked to this man, had coffee with him and his wife in his living room. So my mom's like, there's no way. So she goes out, she crosses the street, goes
the whole family.
To him. Yep, it's happening. So that's happened.
I would have, as soon as she said that, I would have ducked behind the car and said, hey, stop that. I would have had to alert him that people can see you. Hey, cut that out.
People are crazy. Really crazy. Yeah. I don't know if it was my mom said that he kind of seemed out of it. So I don't know if he was on drugs or something, but that definitely happened.
Did y'all judge him? Did mom stop coming over for tea?
Absolutely.
Oh!
My best friend actually said, we should blackmail him. We should lie to him and tell him that we recorded him and that if he
Charisma, whoa. You're talking about blackmail?
We didn't end up doing it, but I mean.
But you thought about it.
So yeah.
But we didn't.
But you had to discuss it. Listen, if we happen to live in that same neighborhood and we all saw that and we laughed and joked, not one person knew, hey man, we should blackmail that dude. That wouldn't even come up.
No, we just make jokes about it when he's not around.
Yes, but blackmail?
Which would be always because he'd never be invited anywhere.
We have nicknames and everything. But,
yeah.
Hey man, we should blackmail that dude.
Right.
Where did it come from?
Every time we have a get together, I'd be like, hey man, you invite Movie Mike? Nah, Movie Mike ain't coming. All right, cool.
Whatever you do, don't shake his hand. From Altamont, Lauren, good morning.
Good morning. I'm a first-time caller.
All right, first-time caller. You know we love first-time callers. That's why we give you a number so you can identify yourself. What is her number, Denise?
5081.
What's your number?
5081.
We're going to personally welcome you to Johnny's house, and don't be a stranger, okay?
Thank you.
All right. So, true story happened to me.
Yeah. So one time my friend and I went to a show at Vanguard and then wanted pizza. So we were walking downtown and just saw a guy just laying on his back on the sidewalk.
That's not unusual.
Yeah. So, and there was no one around him. So went and approached him. And as we started to get closer, just blood started coming out of the back of his head. So yeah, no, it wasn't great. So it was right in front of that little Mexican restaurant. So my friend, while he was calling 911, went in and got napkins. So I had to hold his head from bleeding out, essentially. But fortunately, OPD and the ambulance got there really quickly. But it was a wild night.
All right, true story. She was walking downtown, saw a man bleeding out, and got him some help. All right, y'all ready to vote?
Okay.
All right, number 1 is Valerie. Brother was bitten by a shark. Number 2 was Courtney. She was at the register and kissed all the Jonas Brothers. Number 3 was Charisma, who saw the neighbor going to the movies by himself and wanted to blackmail him. You have 4, who's Lauren, who saw the man downtown bleeding out. All right, on the count of 3, throw up some fingers. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That was the dude bleeding out, right?
I don't know. I thought we were tied.
Oh, the neighbor outside the house.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Charisma, congratulations. You are the winner.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Now, I think somebody in your group is not a good person, but that's just me. Who brought up the idea of...
We didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Who brought up the idea for discussion?
Well, that was my best friend, but she was the one that was traumatized. She saw him first. Every time she leaves my house now, well, I moved since then, but every time she left the house, she was like, you need to walk me to the door.
You
need to walk me to my car.
What was the vote on the blackmail? How many?
I think my mom shot it down because she's pretty
she's a good person.
She's a good
person. Yeah.
The blackmail the dude. All right. Pair of tickets, see Halsey, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Christmas, thank you for that story. You hold on. We'll get the information and get you those tickets, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Ray Celebrity News, what's going on?
Taylor Swift sharing some hints about the album that's coming next.
Coming up real soon right here on Johnny's House. Orlando, it's Johnny Magic. It's time for us to pay your bills and win $1,000.
Enter this nationwide keyword now at XL1067.com. Win. That's win.
Your chance to win $1,000 13 times every weekday from 9 to 9. Paying your bills. It's XL 1067.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so Justin Bieber, a lot of people have been on top of him,
Right.
just like, asking him what's going on with his life and all of that.
And I mentioned that today. I mean, if everybody's saying that he started to spiral because he's connected with the whole Diddy situation. Yes. And I was asking you, I'm like, well, if it's true, then, where is he mentally right now?
Yeah, I don't know. And I was telling you that it's kind of messed up because TMZ has a new documentary. You know how they do the TMZ Investigates?
What are they investigating him for?
Today, TMZ is dropping one that says investigates what happened to Justin Bieber. It airs tonight at 9 p.m. Why would you do that the week that Diddy starts to go to trial?
They're doing it on purpose.
If there's any coincidence, I don't
it's
know.
ratings. I mean,
for sure.
That's 100%.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah.
I know, but also they're talking about how the Justice tour ended in 2022. Multiple sources with direct knowledge tell us that Justin was broke, is what they're trying to say, and how he owed AEG, the concert promoter, $24 million because he received a $40 million upfront advance. And Justin pulled the plug early on that concert tour.
There has been some reports that he's got money problems.
Scooter's company.
Yeah.
They agreed to pay off the debt, and Justin signed a note promising to pay them back.
Okay.
So if you notice, Justin and Scooter Braun aren't really friends and close anymore, and that used to be his dude.
Yeah,
that was the dude that found him.
Yeah, for sure.
Justin made one installment and stopped paying. So after a 10-year period that he promised to pay this over, he stopped paying. And so now sources are saying that Justin's people have been called and said that he just doesn't have the money, or Justin's sources say that Justin Bieber's manager started digging into the books and concluded that Scooter was actually stealing money or overpaying his commissions by $26 million.
All record labels do that. All of them do that.
Yeah.
So I think what happened was that, yes, they paid off the debt to AEG because he pulled the plug because of his mental health. Then Scooter Braun was like, okay, well, you still need to pay my company back.
Okay.
And then his people went into his books to start paying him back and realized that Scooter Braun was taking more than he should have been for his commission. So they stopped paying his company back. So all of this stuff is supposed to be unfolding in this TMZ documentary. And just how they,
Well, that would show where the relationship would cool a bit, because we're supposed to be friends. Man, you stealing from me, bro?
He does need someone to step in, though, and adjust his lifestyle, because he doesn't make what he used to make.
No,
he'll always have money.
not.
He'll always have money coming in. So that's not an issue.
Yeah.
His catalog's worth a bunch of money. I'm sure he could sell it someday.
Absolutely.
But you can't, even with Johnny Depp, you can't continue to live like you're making $40 million a year when you're making $5 million a year. You're gonna have to adjust that, or you're gonna be broke.
That's true.
So I guess the documentary goes into Justin's mental health, his marriage, money troubles, his church, which has also been questionable, that he's been dealing with a questionable church and the priest and all that.
Yeah, they're calling him out for taking money too.
Yes. Yes.
Justin took money from the church?
No. The church, one of his best friends became a
pastor,
a pretty big viral pastor.
Yeah.
And he lives pretty frivolous lifestyle as well. And they're like, maybe some of that's on Justin's dime.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So I guess they're going to be diving into that on TMZ. But also, I was telling you that Taylor Swift, she likes to drop these little
nuggets,
eggs, little Easter eggs.
I know something about a 12 and a 26 and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I guess some fans believe that Taylor Swift's reputation, Taylor's version, is finally upon us, because Swifties found something on the Lavender Haze website. I guess there's a website, and they're considering it evidence. First thing viewers saw is when they opened the website, it is a photo of Taylor Swift in bed next to links to access her latest album, The Tortured Poets Department. But scrolling down, you see the store section, which brings you face to face with Karma. And there's all these other things where you could browse apparel and all that stuff. But if you look closer for a famous Taylor Swift Easter egg, you might notice it, is what they're saying.
What a fan. They're digging deep.
Oh, yeah. They're just waiting for it.
It's worse. There is certain letters capitalized that they think spells out AMAs.
Yes.
And there's 12 items that are 26% off, and the AMAs are on the 26th.
Johnny, Brian.
So she's going to be performing.
Embarrassingly, I noticed.
Yes, I was going to say, I was going to go into that, but you just nailed it.
I'm just when I read it, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift is planning to unveil a release
What in the
date.
trigonometry is going on here?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. A release date for Taylor's version at the 2025 AMAs on May 26th, and that's what Brian was saying is that how much those things cost, and
yeah, I don't know.
Those kind of people need to work for detectives.
Yeah. So for more Easter eggs, though, you can read Taylor Swift seemingly teases Rep TV to celebrate the tour of the century, and there's more Easter eggs there.
I mean, her people are used to that.
Yeah.
So when they go to that site, they're not just me. I'm like, okay, there's a tour date. They're like, wait a minute. The T in tour date is capital.
Yeah. No, there's others. Those are the ones I remember. I left my decoder ring at home today, so I don't have a way to decipher.
I'm glad y'all are here to help fill me in on stuff like this.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. I can't even read all of these.
That's crazy. All right, updating you again. Nerese going to tell us what's trending on Johnny's house. .11 Johnny's house. Nerese, what's trending? What you working on?
Yeah, Orlando's trending right now, all because of a wild dog.
Oh, I've seen that. 3 minutes away on Johnny's house. 9:14, it is Johnny's house. Nerese, share with us what you think is trending.
Yes. So yesterday, there was a dog on the loose in Lake Eola, and the video is going viral. If I had to guess, this dog could be like a poodle mix, easily 50 pounds. So he is not a small dog. And he clearly escaped his leash, and he appears to think that he's playing around with all these people. With all these people, and everyone's really just trying to catch him.
Yes.
So the video shows him having the zoomies, running in and out of the lake, dog paddling around the swans. This went on for 45 minutes. If you want to see the video, you can check it out on Instagram at Only in Florida.
I was telling Nerese, I said, here's the deal. The owner couldn't talk sternly to the dog because there were so many people watching.
Yeah.
And if it was just him and the dog, get over here right now. Get over here. But he couldn't do that. It's like, come here, buddy. So this whole time, this dog thinking everything's cool because my owner is just saying, hey, buddy, come here. But he just said, what? I'm going to get over here.
Yo, and if you pay attention to the video, like at the end of it, there's easily like 50 people all surrounding this area.
I'm watching this one
So
guy
funny.
had nothing to do with it, jumped in the water. Dude, that ain't your dog.
It's always fun to try to corral a dog once you go because the dogs are quick.
Oh, he was faking everybody
and
out.
so you try to put your leg out, try to put your arm out.
Our dog used to do the same thing in the neighborhood, and
Uh-huh.
all the kids would come out of the house, and it makes it worse.
Really? Yeah.
Because the dog's like,
And the dogs are like very agile, so they're moving way quicker than you.
His fur must have been slippery because somebody had him, and he slipped right on out. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so the day has finally arrived, friends. The Weeknd makes his feature film debut today and Hurry Up Tomorrow. It is in select theaters today. It's a psychological thriller where he plays a fictional version of himself alongside Jenna Ortega, Barry Keoghan. And what's unique about this film, it doubles as a companion for like the upcoming album and wraps up the trilogy that began with After Hours and Dawn FM. So it's all inspired by real life vocal injuries that he actually faced. And the movie explores identity and transformation and promises a trippy emotional ride.
Now I watched the trailer and it reminded me of his Super Bowl performance. I ain't get it. I ain't get it.
He's got one of those imaginations where it's like you got to either get it or
in
you
there.
don't.
Yeah, you got to get in. And the people who were in, they're like, it's gonna be the most. I was like, I don't. It's kind of weird.
When it's the end of the weekend name, kind of. So
That's
he's like,
right.
it's like you had to been along for the ride for this to make sense.
Because he wants to start going by his first name, Abel. So
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
He's killing off the weekend.
That shows how much I know.
Right. He's been slowly doing that with each step, and so
So
now,
this is the
but if you weren't watching the first two steps,
And the crazy thing is, he got Hollywood to buy into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, make it work.
Uh-huh.
Talking about movies, starting July 9th, AMC Theaters is offering 50% off movie tickets every Wednesday for all AMC Stub members. And yes, joining the program is totally free. It's part of their new summer promotion that makes movie nights more affordable and hopes to boost midweek attendance. Like,
Well, they're trying to
for
get
the
people.
Tuesday.
They're trying to get people to come back to the movie theater.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. And they are, but they're just not coming out with any good movies. You know, like one a week. Before it was like, okay, 2 or 3. You know, with that Barbie and you know, you had to go check them both out. Now it's like one, and then you wait a couple weeks, and they might drop another one. But that's pretty good. Anytime you get a discount, Nerese will be there. Y'all will definitely be there. All right, it is Wednesday. It's time for adult conversation. Grown people talking on the radio next on Johnny's House. Orlando's number one hit music station is XL 106.7. It is 9:21 and it is Wednesday. Sunshine in 87. Ray, we warming up. We stopped at 73.
Oh, we are 78.
78, and it's going to be hot today. All right. It's adult conversation. Grown folks talking on the radio. And the topic today comes from Ms. Ray. Ray, what is the topic?
Am I allowed to say the V word? Well, not vagina, but the other.
No, I don't want you to say any words. We're talking in code.
All right. So basically, so during the Diddy trial yesterday, it was brought up.
Yep.
And so our code. Do you enjoy watching other people go to the movies?
Because obviously that was one of his things.
That was one of his things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or have you been going to the movies and somebody watched you while going to the movies?
I went to this one place one time and there was, well, let me see how I clean up. There were some people going to the movies.
Okay.
And I walked in this room and I went, oh, okay. I looked away because, there were people going to movies.
Yeah.
And this guy, he tells me, he said, he saw that I was about, oh my God. He goes, no. They want you to watch. That's why they're there. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, it's not me.
Yeah.
Like I said, that whole thing, it's cool that there's a world that you can, you do that. I was looking at a video the other day. It was a cruise that's for those people. They're not swingers. They're swingers.
Yeah. Oh, it's
And where they turned one of the dining rooms and it had nothing but beds on the floor.
What?
And the lady was like, you know what? Once the cruise start, this is where and these are just people that, just go to the movies. There's people that like to be watched and there's people that watch. For me, neither one. No one has ever watched my movies, not my thing. And I don't watch other people's. It's just not my thing. Yeah. Some people are into that. I'm not knocking it. Like I said, it was a whole different kind of world that I was introduced to. And I wasn't afraid. I just walked around and realized, this is not me. I didn't go in there and go, I found a home.
But there's people that will say that they, walked into
absolutely.
that world and are like, this is great.
Yes.
If they could have a whole cruise, that's insane.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be wild, which I'm sure that exists.
Yeah,
honestly.
I saw it. It was, and she was like, when the cruise started, and she showed that it was just probably in this ballroom, it had to be at least 100 mattresses. And once they get started, blah, blah, blah. Again, that you chose to go on that cruise. You knew what the lifestyle is. So, Ray, do you like watching other people go to movies?
I don't. It makes me uncomfortable.
And
I can't.
How about people watching? You got that voyeurism thing?
No, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I would be open to it, I guess, for people to watch my movie.
Okay.
But not like strangers, not like the public.
Of
and
course.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't I'm not open to watching others.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
So like I'm on the same page with you. It's like it's borderline like, a pair of three kind of thing if you think about it. And I can't do that. I can't put myself in that situation. But maybe when I'm like 70 and bored, I'm like, sure, let's kick it up a notch.
I don't want anybody in my movie.
Yeah.
That's I'm not talking about adding to my movie.
No, this is your movie
just
and
watching.
people are just watching.
Yeah.
Or you watching other people say, I don't mind if you watch. I mean, people are into that. It's just not my thing. I've
accidentally walked by it, like what you said, at one of those big little gay festivities that they have. And they do it with like the curtains open and the doors open. And
the place I went to, about what is it? No, they have big windows about the size of our TVs in here, and they keep them wide open.
Yeah.
And you walk by, and they want you to, and then you walk by, and you're like, "What's going on in there?" Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's what's going on in there. And then they might go, "Hey, come on, no, that's good. Y'all go ahead.
Y'all have
go
fun.
ahead. Hey, me. Y'all go ahead."
No.
All right. So we want to find out the way adult conversation works. We start the conversation. You join in, taking this from the Diddy trial. Do you enjoy watching people go to the movies or people watching you go to the movies? Is that your thing or it's just not? All right. We're not judging. If you want to change your name, we can do that. But the way it works is we start and then you join in. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. 1067. You can text. The XL Mobile is 41067. That's about it. We don't put this on social media and live stream because, these conversations get kind of, carried away. We are on the radio, so we do talk in code. All right. Watching movies or have people watch your movies. Is it your thing? Have you done it? What do you think? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Now it's your time to talk back to us on Johnny's House. 9:36, Ariana Grande on Johnny's House. It is adult conversation. The grown folks talking on the radio, talking about grown folk things. And today, with the Diddy trial, we want to find out if you like people watching your movie or you watching people's movie. What do you prefer, or it's just not your thing at all? Let's talk to Sophia. Hey, Sophia, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So you like watching people's movies or people watching your movies?
So me and my husband like people watching our movies.
Now, is there I won't say organization. Is there a group that's into that, or y'all just go to the places where people can watch?
Well, I think it starts off like nudist beaches and kind of nude yoga classes. And then you kind of start to find the spots that allow people watching movies.
So what y'all start doing yoga and then a movie breaks out?
Exactly.
Oh, what? But okay, but when you go to this class, it's understood that a movie may break out.
Exactly.
I mean, when somebody's doing the downward dog in front of me.
or do the tree.
The warrior
stance.
There you go. Warrior stance.
Exactly. People are there to watch movies and to watch people watch movies.
Now, when people are watching your movie, are they cheering you on? Are they giving you recommendations for the movie? Or are they just
great question?
Or they just watch
No, they're actually pretty kind of quiet. Sometimes you'll have some people want to join into your movie, and you kind of have to no thank you.
Like a football play, you wave them off.
Yeah, no, okay. So we don't want any hecklers in the movie. I just you know, your job is to just sit there and watch.
What's the outfit?
The outfit,
like the attire.
It's nude.
It's nude. Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that. Okay.
Now, what do? You go in the movies and you just happen to look around and then somebody locked eyes with you. You're like,
Smile.
Smile.
And then you give them the cue.
Now,
yes or no.
Did you know that you guys were into this when you got married, or you met it this way and you knew going in?
No, when we met, we both had never watched movies in public or watched other people's movies. But it's just something that we both kind of like. Are you allowed to say exhibitionist? Like someone likes to,
Okay.
That word scares me.
So
we started going to the beach, and it was like, oh, we really like to be out in the open and people watching.
So after the movie is over, do you give each other a high five and people just walk away?
Yep, exactly.
Is there a standing ovation? Like,
yeah, that was good. Sophia, when's the next feature?
People might watch your movie, and when they're done watching your movie, they'll walk away, and maybe your movie's not over, but they got what they needed.
Oh my gosh. So if it's a short film, they might be mad.
Right, exactly.
Oh, they say the bank is full. I'm out.
Oh my God.
Sophia, thank you for sharing that. We appreciate you. That's why we do this.
So much.
All right, take care.
She sounds so innocent.
I know. I mean, it's just they two people that met each other and from Winter Park, Sandy, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, so you like watching movies or people watching your movies?
I like a little bit of both. I like to watch other people's movies, and I like other people to watch my movies.
So you've been in a situation with the last person you talked to, you just roll up and just see people going to movies and you just stand there and watch?
No, matter of fact, we were invited to a party, and we didn't know what kind of party it was until we got there.
Sounds like the party Johnny went to.
No, I know. I paid money to get into the place I'm talking about. I knew what was happening. I just didn't know to the extreme that it was going to. So, so whoever invited you to that party felt that who did you go with? Your significant other?
Yes, my fiance, and we were like, wow, this is a very interesting movie.
Well, hold on, Sandy, if somebody invited you and your fiance, they detected freaking y'all.
No, we're surprised. We were surprised.
Nah, y'all showed something to say y'all had some freaky tendencies.
No, he was nervous. I wasn't. I was like, wow, this is a very interesting movie.
How long did y'all stay?
The whole night, because it was very interesting.
So did you go to the movies after that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. See, somebody knew y'all were freaks. So you go to this place, you're like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, baby, let's get in. All right.
No, Johnny, I'm the one who tell him, hey, let's just act like we're normal people, like, yeah, wow, this is a very interesting movie. Wow, our eyes were wide open. His eyes, I looked at him, his eyes was popped open, and they were very good actors and actress.
But somewhere in the course of the movie, you said, I'm tired of watching. I'm ready to be a feature.
Oh no, you never get tired of watching. You just have to have an open mind to say, hey, these things really happen in the movies.
Wow.
All right, Sandy. All right.
Well.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
No, you'll be surprised. You got to go with an open mind. You see different kind of movies and, hey, different kind of actors and actress and, go to different shows. And, hey.
I need a warning. I don't want to go to your house thinking it's going to be a barbecue and all of a sudden people going to the movies. You got to warn me or something.
It's like, this is a sausage fest, isn't it?
All right, Sandy. Thank you. Open. I understand the open mind. I get that. Rico, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good, Rico. Watching or being watched?
Being watched.
Okay. And have you gone to those parties too?
Yeah, I've gone to a few parties.
Okay. And
the way it started for me was it was one of my girlfriends at the time.
Yep.
And not at the time, she's my ex-girlfriend. But my ex-girlfriend, she ended up wanting to, watch the movies one day at a restaurant. And when
whoa. Did she want to make a movie or watch a movie? What restaurant were y'all at that you could watch a movie?
Make a movie. We'll make it.
Okay. I was about to say, what kind of movie?
So I'm like, so she spoke about it. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. But when it came down for, action, lights, camera, action, I wasn't, the partner wasn't waking up.
Yeah.
It was a little.
I understand. I mean, you got people over there eating, the blooming onion, and y'all over there trying to get a movie in.
Nervous.
You get what I'm saying? So he's not waking up now. So what ended up happening was that she ends up telling me, "Yo, I want some nacho cheese. Like,
okay,
give me some nacho cheese." And I was just like, "Yeah."
And this is at a movie? I mean, y'all at a restaurant?
Yes, we are at a restaurant. So this is at a different state. We was in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Okay.
Immediately makes sense.
So I was in a casino, in Terrible's Casino.
Gotcha. Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I got you.
It opened it up a little bit better.
Okay.
But when we were there, there was probably like a good 6, 7, 8 different tables that was there and whatever the case may be. And she wanted to go to the movie.
Oh, okay. I don't think
we had spoke about it. Yeah, we had spoke about it before, and then when it was like I said, when it was down to
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
I got you.
Up.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, totally.
But when she woke me up was when she started talking about the nacho cheese.
Yeah.
She wanted to spread nacho cheese on herself, and I was like, say less.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna put your whole.
Less.
I don't think you can mix.
But I'm like, is he really
food.
talking about nacho cheese, or is he talking? Is that a cover?
Rico, you are talking in code, or you talking about real nacho cheese?
I'm talking in code.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. We got you.
What Diddy wanted.
Okay. Now, Rico, that was your first time doing that.
Yeah, that was my first time.
And you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Then after that, we started making it into like a weekly thing.
Okay. In the streets, that's called she turned you out. You know that, right? She did. She turned you out, bro. You know.
Hey, I'll take it.
He's like, and
hey,
no shame in the game.
It was a first, and
not the last. Not the last.
It wasn't the last. It was a start.
Hey, man, thank you for sharing that, Rico. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
all
sir.
right.
Wow.
I think there's a whole world that we don't know about that's happening in our beautiful.
Absolutely.
I'm too disturbed to want to know.
All right, let's get out of here. It's 9:46. 8:49 is Johnny's house. It's time for us to get up out of here and do other things. Ray, what you got going on today, ma'am?
Well, today is Kim's birthday.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday. So we're going to celebrate her today and get ready for the weekend.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so we're going to get ready for Rockville and all that stuff for this weekend. But today, just celebrating her.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Now, you saying on the mic, you just keep talking until I get back home.
I try. So I was like, yeah, so I mean, what do you want me to tell you? So I'm going to go see her. And yeah.
Okay. All right, Nerese, what you got going on?
So today we got the Orlando City Games. So I'll be out there for the Main Street Plaza festivities that go on just before kickoff. So.
All right. All right. Ryan Seacrest is all yours. Have a beautiful day, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.